Hosted by a cock and frog. Shaka talk. I've hit the streets, been round that block. Shaka talk. And jerk off in my dirty socks. Shaka talk. My name is Dr. Rhea. Some people call me Fea. I've got something to say. Allow me just one prayer. Okay, I suffer from a mental block. Shaka talk. Like, oh my god. And what the fuck? Shaka talk. So turn it up and sit right back. Shaka talk. Woo! What's up, everybody? How's it? Welcome to, I don't know what number, Shaka talk. I just have to say a special I love you to my co-hostess Edna McMahon, who's not here today. She had a little emergency. She had to do a little redecorating in the nude. But we love her. And I have a special guest today. Her name is Malia Slusarenko.
That's right.
Right on. And what the hell does that mean?
It's Ukrainian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are you Ukrainian?
Well, actually, ethnically, yes, I am.
Oh, really?
But my husband turned out to be Ukrainian.
Oh, that's his
also.
last name?
Yeah.
Oh, and he's Ukrainian
Girl, my
too?
last name was Martin.
I know. I didn't know what Slusarenko was. I thought it meant something like, it looked like there's like slut in there somewhere.
No, I just wanted to sound like I was an ice skater.
Oh, okay. Can you do anything? Are you wearing panties? Oh, you don't have a little skirt on.
No.
So, I went to high school with Miss Martini. Well, we grew up together. We didn't go to the same school.
Not same school.
What school did you go?
I started out at Kaiser and then ended up in Mililani, graduated Mililani.
Oh, really? Ooh, that's where all my husbands live. John, do you live in Mililani? So, and now you live in Portland?
That's correct.
Oregon?
Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
And you're here just for fun?
Just for fun, visiting my tutu.
Your
my
tutu?
auntie.
Right
Yeah.
on. Cute. Is she tutu by blood?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay, cute. And so, what was it like growing up? Well, this is in the 80s during your younger
you're giving
days.
up my age.
I didn't say how old you are. I'm 39, honey. So, and are you older or younger than 39? I'm just kidding.
We don't ask a lady that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, then I should-
Well, yeah, it was an interesting time.
Yeah.
You know, definitely.
What did you involve yourself in during those times?
Well, I was really into music
Uh-huh.
and particularly punk rock and new wave, whatever you want to call that at the time, and dance music.
Did you have asymmetric hair?
I did. I had
Yeah.
the full-on asymmetric bob with the spikes on one side.
Oh, really? Like shave on one side and long
yeah,
on the other?
Yeah.
And did your mother understand?
My mom was really cool. She was. I came home with a mohawk, and she was like, "Well, you can do whatever you want with your hair. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt yourself. But you do realize you're going to the prom next week, Michael." I was like, "Oh, yeah."
It wasn't planned?
I kind of forgot about that.
Oops. Wow. So what color was your mohawk?
It was just my regular hair color. It was
Okay.
kind of bleachy blonde. And
Okay. Your regular hair color is bleachy blonde. Is that beachy blonde?
could be a little bit of both.
Okay. Lou. And so, so are you involved in any kind of punky things in Portland?
Not so much in punk rock, but
No.
right now my husband and I own Jackpot Records. It's a record store. It's been
Okay.
around for 12 years.
Just one location?
2 locations, and
Okay.
he started it, and we do the store, which is Jackpot Records, and then we also do a reissue label, which is also called Jackpot Records.
Really? You put out music? You have a label?
We do. So far, it's not new material. It's reissued material
Okay.
from artists that are usually kind of on the fringe of a bunch of different music genres. Probably the most popular and well-known that we put out is The Wipers, which was a seminal punk rock band from Portland that a lot of people may have heard their songs covered by Nirvana, Hole, those
Oh,
kind
really?
of groups.
Like what songs? I don't know them.
Well, let's
Do you
see.
know them? Next question. We called her last minute because of a little emergency, so thank you for coming down. She's going to be my co-hostess for the next episode, and maybe by the end of this conversation, she'll know what she's talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. So, how do you like living in Portland?
Oh, I love living in Portland.
Is it cold? Is it?
It's definitely colder than here.
Yeah.
It doesn't get that cold though. It's not like the East Coast or the Midwest or something where you get 0 or something.
Is it very green?
It is. It's really green, which is probably why I don't mind living there.
Yeah.
And there's also a big river that goes through the city.
Oh,
so
okay.
I wouldn't want to live away from the water. So
Yeah.
I'm glad
Can you swim there?
I wouldn't want to swim in that river, but you can get to the coast, which is the coast and not the beach.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Arctic currents that come down,
Oh.
so it's really cold in the
Yeah.
ocean there. So I don't know how they surf there, but they do it. They've got
do?
like
I don't know how they surf
quadruple
here.
ply
Oh, hello.
wetsuit, you know.
So did you get in a lot of trouble since you were into the punk thing back in the day?
Well, yes.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Oh, like what?
Actually, well, when we moved from town out to Mililani, my mom said, "You're gonna get your ass kicked." I was like, "Thanks." But actually, because it was a very big school, so there was a small punk rock contingency out there, and being a child of folks that didn't own a home, we moved around all over the island.
okay.
So I was used to making friends. So that wasn't the difficult part. But yeah, there were a couple sketchy moments with Big Mokes and
Oh, really?
getting cornered in the stairwell and stuff.
Wow.
But, you know, you get through it. I find myself to be a pretty friendly person, and I think people perceive me that way. So
And you offer your virtue.
well, that's one way to get out of the situation. You know, but I was lucky. I made friends with a lot of people, so that didn't happen very much after
wasn't
that
a
at
big
all.
thing.
It wasn't too bad. No.
But was punk rock as like immersed in like the mainstream as it sort of is now?
No,
Or was it was sort of
You definitely, it was a different
stood
world.
out, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely stood out. You couldn't just go to the mall and buy your Manic Panic. There was no Hot Topic.
yeah.
We made a lot of our clothes. We silk screened our own shirts. We did a lot of that type of thing.
It's very like if you want a word, you gotta make it.
Yeah, and we did a lot of thrift shopping
Yeah.
and wore funky, stupid clothes too. You know, it was fun. It was good. It was very creative, and there were definitely different factions that were involved. There was a real political, social awareness element coming out of a lot of the punks from the Kahala, Hawaii Kai area for some reason. But
Really?
you know, yeah,
Okay.
you know, a lot of.
The rich people feeling sorry for the poor people and trying to relate.
Well, I just think that there was a lot of awareness of things that were unfair, and it was a difficult time politically unless you were a Republican and unless you believed in Reaganomics and trickle-down theory, which really obviously didn't work very well. And although it was a great time of prosperity for some people, it was not for many, many others. And I think those kids were quite enlightened, and that was a really great element.
Yeah.
And then there was also just a good time party element that went along too. So you know, it wasn't like black and white. You weren't this or that, and it also wasn't black and white as far as you had to like punk rock music to hang out with these people. Only there was a lot of crossover, and that was a really beautiful thing about growing up here and being into music that wasn't played on the radio. So you had goths and kids that were just into good alternative dance music, things like, you know, As Wild as The Cure, you know, that stuff.
Yeah, you kind of had to like intermingle because it's an island, and
exactly.
so you kind of you were able to mix, but also have your own separate tastes, and so it kind of turned people into like a stew of of influences and styles and stuff.
Yeah, and it was great. It was a really really beneficial to me because, well, I had grown up in a household that listened to a wide variety of music, everything from classical to, you know, 60s rock and country music and whatever, you know.
Stripper tunes.
Yeah, we had one of those records too.